Hello universe, once again, internet codename Spaceboot1 with you, recording some video of me playing Minecraft, taking you along for the ride. And here we go. Well, I'm digging a hole. What's the plan today? The plan is I found a nice wide flat plains area, and I have some jack-o'-lanterns and some gravel and a bunch of saplings, and this is going to turn into a tree farm. Oops. So here we go. Oh, now I have to decide how far apart I want these trees to be. So let's start by doing our prototypical the plan. Now I wanted to do 4 jack-o'-lanterns on each one of these, and then surround it also at the same time by gravel. So get something like that. You know what? I changed my mind. I want to do. Oops. I want to do the corners in gravel, and I want to do the pluses in like that, because grass is able to grow underneath the pumpkins, and then in that way, if it has to well, it doesn't have to be grass, but what should happen is I believe this middle one, grass will grow onto it. So if there's no tree planted there, or if it's just a sapling and doesn't grow into a full-size tree, then this ground here will turn into grass eventually, and I think that looks nicer. I think I prefer that concept. So there we have one nice thing, and I think I'm going to do like 8 by 8, but I haven't really measured this out yet, so I don't know if I'm going to have space for 8 that way and 8 that way. But yes, as I was saying too, the other thing I need to think about is whether I want gaps between the trees. And I always, well, sometimes it's good and sometimes I don't know. I think I do want a gap between the trees because I want to be able to look through them and so on. So tree branches will often go out 2 squares, I believe. So I'll leave one blank here, and then here, so I'll do that. Okay, so basically it works out to the 3 grass spaces, then a pumpkin, and then the middle space, and so on and so forth, like this. And oops, if I do it enough, like if I do it 8 by 8, 8 times 8 is 64, so I'll have 64 trees, and I think that's plenty. So let's just drop this down here. Oh, and the sun's going down. I did bring a bed with me because I'm a little bit, my home is off that direction, so I don't want to go running back home every single time the sun goes down. So yeah, I brought a bed with me. I brought a chest to put things I find in there. I got some flint already. I'm going to be putting a lot of dirt in here because I got to dig holes for each of these trees. And yeah, eventually it's going to be 8 by 8. And it's going to have tons of trees, and it's going to be great. Do you see off in the distance, can you see those jungle trees? I like that we're kind of near the jungle. Maybe one of these days I'll have to go and tame some cats in that jungle. Anyways, so I'm going to dig a few more of these off camera, and I'll see you later. Is it just me, or is that tree back there abnormally large, even for a large tree? Or maybe it's just missing a chunk and that's why it looks big or weird. That's quite impressive. When I get big trees like this, I used to just, well, I don't know, I need different solutions for them. Sometimes I leave them. I think what I'm going to do, though, is, because this is a tree farm, I'm just going to chop the bottom part out of it and then burn the rest down. Because I'm not going to want to bother with all that climbing up there just to get all that wood. So, fire it is. Meanwhile, I have a nice plain here. This part here I still have to fill in with dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. And then after I fill it in with dirt, each of these little spaces is going to get a tree planted on it, and then we're good to go. We're in business, in the tree growing business. And now we've got all of our trees planted and mostly grown, and a little bit of a wall started on top. And of course the sun is setting nicely. Once I get a wall up, then I won't have to worry about, I can go ahead and harvest any time of day or night, and I'll build a nice lip on the wall for keeping out spiders. And I might want to build a pathway all around the wall, but again that's going to require, I've already extended the dirt base out a little bit, and I've covered up some of this water, and if I want to do a path I'm going to have to cover up even more water. I don't think it's going to be a 3 wide gravel path, but maybe just a one wide gravel path all the way around, and it won't be right directly adjacent to the wall. I think I'll do like a 1 wide path here, and I haven't decided whether this particular 1 wide path should have dirt. I think it should, yeah. That means this is, well, it doesn't have to, but it means I want this to come out a little bit more too. Oop. Something like that. And I'm going to want to light the outside of this path, because I want to be able to walk around here in relative safety, although it won't be the same as being actually inside the wall. If I do this correctly, like the inside of the wall is supposed to be super safe. The outside of the wall is a place where it's lit and you can walk, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the most protected. Okay, now I have to decide like what sort of entrance to build. And do I want just a simple like one door here, or do I want something more elaborate? And do I want a 3x3 entrance? If I did a 3x3 entrance, I'd want a lot of light in this surrounding area, because I want to keep the monsters away from that entrance, because I want to make that as monster-proof as possible. Anyways, yeah, the next step though, yeah, I haven't decided how I want to do this. Maybe this way? Yeah. This is kind of slow going, but that's alright. Slow and steady, right? And yeah, I'm not going to build this wall especially high. Oops, jump. I think a 3-high wall with a lip will be sufficient to keep spiders out, and everything else out too. Okay, and I've run out of yeah, I ran out of stuff. But this is going to have to be, I'm going to need more dirt. You know, it's funny, I have chests and chests full of dirt, and I was like, when am I ever going to use all this dirt? But it'll get used, that's for sure. And I'm going to use more gravel than I probably ever thought I would need too. I'll get rid of some of this grass here. And let's see what I have with me in this chest. Okay, dirt, good, and lots of cobblestone, good. So yeah, I'll fill in like these two, because it won't look good if there's well, I don't like the way it looks if there's just one a one wide kind of ditch. Although, well, maybe a ditch would be a good good addition to this whole build. I don't know. Yeah, and then we get something like this. Oh, we have more dirt. Once I run out of dirt, I'll go back to building the wall out of cobblestone. Once I run out of cobblestone, then it'll be time to head back to my main base and resupply everything as much as I need. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, how much more I'm going to need. I have no idea. There, okay. I'm going to do something similar here too. Yep. Oop. Just building away. And so we built a wall all the way around the tree farm. And of course all of our trees are growing nicely, so I think we'll spend a little time chopping these down. And I will count how much wood I get out of it. And I just remembered the reason why I why I wanted to leave a gap between the trees, and see why there's a gap. See, it's nice that I can see all the way through. That's nice too. But also, if they were together, then if I left this tree standing and cut down this tree, then these leaves would become a part of this tree, and they wouldn't fall. They wouldn't drop their saplings and apples for me. This way, if I want saplings and apples, I can cut down exactly the number of trees that I feel like cutting down, and I won't have to worry about the leaves sticking to a different tree. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look neater? Oh, hey, what's he doing there? I don't think he took any blocks out of the inside of this, so it's cool. And even if he made a hole in the wall, that's probably okay too. One of the things I'm going to want to do is build ladders probably at regular intervals, so I can get out anytime I like. I did have some creepers coming here at night. Oops. Wow, yikes. I don't think he was mad at me. There he is. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Yeah, I had some creepers coming along here at night, and I actually had some spiders spawn on top of the wall, so I'm going to have to torch the wall up a little bit. But I'm just going to run around a little bit, pick up any saplings I missed. I'm hoping for apples, but if there's no apples, that's alright. Well, I wish there was more apples. I wish that this game had more apples drop, but it seems to not be the case. So as for these, rather than, scaffold up and try and grab all the wood, I'm just gonna light them up. I suspect that if I plant trees under there, though, I might be able to just live with that up there and just have tree bits just way high up and not really worry about them. But then eventually, I'd basically have a ceiling of those, which I don't know. That might be all right to have a ceiling of leaves over top of the tree farm, like a canopy, I guess. At the same time, I kind of like watching things burn, so there's that. Burn, yes. Okay, so yeah, after harvesting all that, I should count up my earnings and my harvest, my take, whatever it is. For some reason, this sapling still hasn't grown. It's been there since I started just now, and it still hasn't grown. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. But there you have it. It's not. I noticed that these things, like I was hoping, they all grow their grass back in the middle eventually. But of course the grass dies when a tree grows. But that's fine too. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 stacks of wood, almost 3 stacks of saplings, and only 15 apples from. It's 64 trees. And that's right, because each tree is about 5 blocks tall. So that makes sense, 5.5 stacks of wood. But yeah, 15 apples is kind of pathetic. But I suppose that's alright. It's not like I live off of apples or anything like that. I'm tempted to feed these sheep the apples. Not sheep, these pigs. In fact, I'm going to do that just for fun. Here, piggy, there's one. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. There's another pig. There. That tree still not growing. Okay, so yeah, we've done some apples, and we need 64 saplings to replant the entire thing. Here we go. Should I run? Yeah. Gotta get this timing right too. missed that one. Oh, and I thought I could get a shot of the entire field planted with no trees grown, but you can see if you plant 64 trees, you're pretty much guaranteed that some are going to grow almost immediately, which is nice, because, you know, that means I can come here and get a little bit of wood almost any time. Oh, and I was going to do ladders and maybe an improvement over here so that we don't have monsters wandering in. Okay, well, I guess we'll start putting this wood to use, eh? Oops, let's start making some sticks. And if I do 64 sticks in each spot, oops, how do you do a ladder again? There, that's how you do a ladder. That's 3 stacks of ladders. That's probably more than I'll ever need, but hey. Okay, so I'll start with 1 ladder here, and I will have to torch it up on the roof here. We place in torches. You might be wondering why I'm not putting pumpkins or something like that on the roof. I might later, but I don't really feel like it's necessary right now. All I want right now is just torches on the roof. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all I really need. Good. And then you can see I have a bridge over there that goes back to my main place. So yeah, I'll hang on to these ladders, and I'll bring back some of this stuff, some sticks, apples. Maybe I'll leave apples here actually, but I think I'll take all this wood back with me. And I'll obviously leave 64 saplings to replant next time. So yeah, we're headed home. See, there's my farm over there, just down the river a little bit. Oop. Saw through the world a little bit too. So I'm not sure if that farm is loaded while I was working on my tree farm, if my food farms are loaded. I think they are, so I think they've been growing this whole time, which ought to be some good news, because that means I can feed my cows. Look at this farm. Yeah, I think it's ready for harvest. I have to clear up some inventory first though, so I'll go to my mine and I'll drop off all this junk first. Alright, what I'm going to do now is some farming with cows and pigs. I've sped up the footage just a little bit, so this goes by a little bit faster. And we're just paying attention to the sheep, or not sheep, pigs and cows. We've filled up our chest with lots of food for both the cows and the pigs. and we have a mechanism here where we just have to push this button here, and it opens up the doors behind. You can see a door right there that I'm looking through, and the pigs, they wander through that door, and once one goes through, they land on a pressure plate which closes the door behind them so that only one can go through. Did you see that? Did you see that one? Yeah. Sometimes the doors will crush a pig, so it's not perfect, but it's, you know, it's good enough for my purposes, for my single player world. Here we go. A lot of pigs are escaping. That's a bug with the 1.5.1. So yeah. The other thing though is once you press the button, you have to we'll press the button for the cows too. Same deal with the cows. And yeah, there's obviously some already in the slaughtering area. Here we go. You have to wait a little while for the cows to wander through the door, and then they get conveyed down this water stream down to the end. So you know, here comes a few, but that's not necessarily all of them. Ultimately, we should end up with you know, 16 cows, because there's 16 cages, and each cage should allow one animal through. But you know, it's not perfect. So yeah, here I'm just taking a tour, looking around. I'm noticing that a lot of cows, like this area used to not have any cows when I first started. I had to go a little bit of a ways away to get cows and bring them back. But we have obviously populated the area with cows that keep escaping from my farm, which is okay. I mean, I guess it's alright to have a feral cow population. It's kind of interesting that it's going on. Yes, we're eating pork chops, so that's good. We're watching the crops regrow again, because we just harvested them not too long ago. And here's another cow, just talking to him. We're just waiting for all the pigs and cows to get ushered down to where they're supposed to be. Okay, here we are. So that looks like it's empty. So in that case, it's time for slaughter. So we're gonna just go ahead and get some of these pigs. I counted 16 or 17 pigs altogether. So we're just gonna grab some pork chops and see how many we get. Here we go. We're not gonna kill the baby, because obviously the baby doesn't have much meat on him, so we want him to grow big and strong. It's funny too that like you can keep a baby in a pen with no food, and for some reason he's able to grow and into a big pig. But maybe they'll fix that in the future. Oh, he escaped. And I'm just gonna let him go, because yeah, maybe it's nice to have wild pigs around, like wild pigs and wild cows, because if for some reason the farm doesn't work, you can always just go out into the wild and grab some pigs or cows and get their meat that way. So it all works. I think I can see a couple of cows down at the very end that are not coming, but eventually they will. It just takes time. So I think I decide to just go ahead and do some slaughter. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting lots of leather because, as you remember, I modded my game to have cows drop quite a bit more leather. Cows will always drop enough at least for boots, if nothing else. So, you know, that makes sense. You should be able to make a pair of boots out of a cow, you know, even if they drop a very minuscule amount of leather. You should still be able to get boots, at least. And if they drop the max, you can get a whole shirt that takes the most leather out of any item. So yeah, we've done that. I don't know if we're going to feed these guys again. Eventually I will, but maybe off camera. And so the plan after this is we're going to put some of this stuff away. The reason I'm getting all this leather is because I need some books, and I want to make an enchanting station. So this whole episode has been working up to the enchanting building. And here we're making some books, and I'm picking which kind of wood I want to use and which kind of paper. Well, there's only one kind of paper, but looks like I need a bit more. That's alright. And we have a crafting table, so yeah, here we go. Lots of paper. Okay, good. Okay, and then we're making actual books. Yes. Good. And you can see book recipes are nice and versatile. You can make them in multiple different ways. And Here we go, making a bookshelf. And after this we have to decide where we want to put our enchanting room with all the bookshelves in it. So that's moving on to the next clip. Alright, so I've decided on a final location where I want to build my whatchamacallit, enchanting room or house, I guess, because it's going to be its own building, and I wanted it fairly close to my mine. So the mine is right there, and the enchanting house is going to be basically here. Now I'm going to start with a stone brick foundation, basically. Now the library part of the thing has to be 5 by 5. But I'm thinking I want to put that kind of in the middle. So I want a hallway, a 2-wide hallway, basically. And I'm going to do an outer wall basically starting like that. Okay, so we got an outer wall starting there. So let's continue to dig this out. And I'm going to actually set the enchanting area down into the ground a little bit. Remember, step 1 of building a house, or any structure in Minecraft, is you dig a hole. Okay, so basically there's going to be a 2-wide hallway on all sides, and then on the inside we're doing bookshelves. So yeah, it's going to look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and yeah, I didn't fill in underneath it, so that's alright though. I will do a little bit of filling now. So I want to make the floor in here out of mostly stone brick. This is going to be a very kind of fancy looking building. There, 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 and there. Alright. And we'll continue with another row of bookshelves. And unfortunately, that becomes books. And not as many books as I was hoping. I'm going to go get a pumpkin actually for that. If I have any pumpkins. I think I have pumpkins. Let's see. Where would they be? Here we go. What I often like to do with an enchanting room is build it incorporating redstone lamps, is what I've done before. But I haven't been to the Nether yet, so I don't have any glowstone for that purpose. So I'm just going to have to make do with pumpkins. And the thing about an enchanting table is it's transparent, so a pumpkin under there will keep that middle area lit up. I'm going to need to maybe put pumpkins in the floor, maybe something like this. I might try ceiling lighting, I'm not sure. Anyways, you know, these buildings always end up being bigger than you initially imagine them. Okay. Where's that pig going? I don't want him to go underground, because then he'll be stuck underground. There we go. And yeah, we want that. I'm thinking I could actually, a bookshelf can go there, because I believe, oh, I think I should be able to jump out of here if it wasn't lagging so bad. Well, maybe not. I'll just put that there. I don't think, it used to be that you had to have books like completely surrounding your intended enchanting area, but that's been changed. You don't need that many books anymore. Oh, and I ran out of shovel. And I'm going to run out of stone too, so we'll just head back to the entrance to the mine where I keep all my stuff. And let's see what we got. We have that much more stone brick. We have some smooth stone which can be turned into stone brick, but I think I'm going to cook up some more. Oop, there. And I don't know how many more diamonds I have. Not many, but enough for a shovel anyways. Not that I really need a diamond shovel. It could be I'd be just as well off with a iron shovel. But might as well use iron one. Diamond one. Since I have 3 diamonds, I can use them. That's what they're for. A little afternoon snack there, and back to work. Here we go. Okay, do we have? Yes, we have stone brick. But we are going to run out eventually. Okay. And we'll do some more digging. And we'll just finish this up. There and there. Okay. Next, we'll start on the wall. And yeah, we've officially run out. I was doing a little bit of a road here, so I'll just do that. Finish that a little bit. This road might go through, like, I might cut a little bit of a path through this and over through that, and it'll ultimately go to the ocean, but I think that might be a while before I actually ever get to that. Here we go. Oh, I should think about placing lighting here. Yeah, I'll just do one in each corner. One jack-o'-lantern. That's going to need to be, what, dirt? Let's grab that. Jack-o'-lantern there. Grab that. Jack-o'-lantern there. There, we have some more stone bricks to work with too. Okay, I'm wondering if I should start enchanting things. I have almost 60 levels. I guess that's only really 2 enchantments, which is not that much. Let's see. I'm going to take a sleep and wait for these stone bricks to cook up. And so we keep on building. I decided to do the roof out of thatch. I know a thatch roof isn't necessarily, you know, the thing you do on a permanent kind of structure, but the thing is, this is a preliminary enchanting house. It is nice, and it is meant to be like comfortable, but at the same time, it's still not the ultimate room. It's not the ultimate end all of enchanting rooms. You know, it's one step. I guess it's maybe a medium like level of quality. You know, it's not the highest, but it's better than just, you know, a ring of bookshelves out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, it's something anyways. And I think this yellow thatch roof looks really nice. I might be a little biased because I did the texture, although to be honest, the texture is not that complicated. It's simply it's based off of the tall grass that its recipe is made out of, and it's just overlapped in a couple of different directions, and with some are more heavily colored than others, but it looks like a really nice, like a barn roof or whatever. But you know, the fact is, there are fancy old houses in Europe, which like in England and stuff, which still do have thatch roofs that have, well, I was going to say they've lasted for the centuries, but really the thing is that people have lived in them for the centuries, and they've maintained or replaced the roof when it needs to be replaced. But the building, you know, the building is old, but oops, I keep putting these in the wrong places. The point is, they have really old buildings with thatch roofs still. Even if the thatch roofs do need to be replaced from time to time, you can still have a nice building with just thatch for a roof. And that's what this is. I don't know, I'm trying to think of like what kind of like fancy like universities or like government buildings and stuff have for roofs. I think they would have like stone tile roofs. And yeah, I'm running out of thatch. I'm gonna need to go on another thatch gathering trip. You know, I created the recipe for a thatch myself, which takes these grass blocks, and I guess it makes sense that it takes a lot of grass to make a good thatch roof, but you know, I didn't really anticipate how long and involved this process of harvesting grass was going to be, because you need a fair amount of grass just to make a good thatched roof. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind. It's another thing to do in Minecraft. It's another reason to get rid of all this grass. Well, not that the grass is that ugly really, but it kind of is a little bit. So it always looks kind of nicer when you kind of trim this grass away. And then it's all the better if you have kind of a real good use for the clippings. Of course, at one stage in the game you want the seeds, but at this point I have all the seeds I'm ever going to want, basically, with my wheat field, because it makes extra seeds every time I harvest. Okay, how much we got? Maybe finish off that one stack and then add one more stack. How we doing? Almost there. There, we're getting closer to having a finished thing. One thing you often want to do with a roof is you get kind of corners that look not quite right, so you add upside down stairs here, and then it looks a little bit more thick and more finished. I'm not happy yet with this entrance. It feels kind of small and insignificant. There, and we need this again. There and there. Okay. Not sure what. Yeah, people like to do that sort of thing. And shall we step back a bit? Well, sure. Yeah, that looks right. Close enough. I'm not an expert on doing roofs, but oops. Yeah, see? Oops. I just want it to look basically like a roof, but I'm not concerned about it being perfect. And that thing in the middle, actually, I wouldn't call it perfect, but it also, it looks like it could plausibly be part of the design. Let's try it. Oops. Let's do it again on. We need to destroy those. Okay. That's better. There. And one in the middle. That looks like it could be part of how it's supposed to be. The other thing I could do, though... Yeah, you know what? I've changed my mind. I want to do something, and I'll show you. It should be cool. Let me see. I'm going to get some log blocks. Here we go. I won't need all 64, but I'll just pick them up. While I'm in here, though, I'll just drop off some stuff. I'll drop off eggs and rotten flesh. Okay, and I'm not using books right now either, but that's alright. So here's what I want to do. Yeah, of course, the pig loves this top of the thatch roof idea. There, I'm going to take that out. And what's going to go in the middle is this log. So it's like it has a beam in the middle, holding up kind of where the rest of the roof kind of hangs on to. And I'm going to have the beam jut out. Probably just one like that is fine. Of course, let's not fall all the way to the bottom. The thing we want to remember too is that monsters will spawn on top of here. I don't always like putting torches on top of a roof. I'm not really sure what other option I have. Maybe I could, like, maybe that spot would be a good place for a, and this spot. Did I bring them with me? No, of course I put them away. I'll put jack-o'-lanterns in there so they're hidden from the ground, so you can't see that there's a jack-o'-lantern in there from here. Except like during the day it'll be or during the night it'll be a little bit obvious because the top will be glowing. And I'm never sure if I want to do like glowing tops for buildings. Like, as much as I need to do it to keep the monsters off the roof, it also, what it brings to mind is like a lit up roof is a burning roof, because I think that the lights should be kind of down in the living areas. Not so much in the roof, but that's just how it's going to have to be. Yeah, it's time for another sleep. Okay, and now that I started with the beam on the top, I sort of felt like it needed breaking up. Like, this whole triangle surface didn't look quite right either. So I broke it up with a horizontal beam here, and then I added an opening there, which I think I'll put glass into. We'll find out if I have any glass already ready to go. Yes, I do. Okay. So there, I have a glass bit here, and unfortunately this glass is not going to knock those pieces down for me, because pieces will stay inside glass. Or will it? Is that them? Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh well. So yeah, we have a window at the back, window at the front. Looks kind of barny in here, doesn't it? Yeah, but that's alright. That's okay. As for what to do with this entrance, yeah, I'm still thinking about that. Let me just go around the back and just see what it looks like from back here. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, and I think the glass did kick out some. Well, some of these blocks are from before, but I think the glass helped a little bit. Anyways, yeah, that looks slightly better. There's probably little improvements I can do on it here and there, but they're not coming to mind at the moment. As for this entrance, I might want to do a metal door, but metal doors are always awkward because I like to do... Oh, hello, pig. Maybe I won't put a door on there if the pigs are going to be coming in and out. But I do want more torches around the area, just in case creepers decide to spawn. I'm just throwing torches on the ground. I know that it doesn't look the best, but it'll do. I do prefer, like, when you want to spread lighting around, I kind of prefer pumpkins, so I don't know why I just put torches down. Maybe because it was faster. Because when you put down pumpkins, you have to then jump over the pumpkin you just put down, and yeah, I don't know. So there's that project complete. I would enchant a thing, except I want a fresh diamond pickaxe, like a one without any damage. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to enchant a book. Okay, so we're going to use this enchantment table. So we can go down here because I added some stairs. And so we have a book. And we'll enchant the book. Blast Protection 4. Wow, cool. Okay, and what is this? Fire Protection 1. Okay, well, That's good. That's handy. Can we do one more book? We can do a smaller enchantment. Projectile protection. These are all, yeah, all three of these are armor enchantments. But, yeah, that's fine. I can use armor enchantments. What I really want right now is a super good pickaxe, but armor will have to do, in fact, I have to use an anvil, I think, to put these on. That's really weird that you have to use an anvil to combine a book with your armor, but I guess that's how it is. Okay, so off with the armor. What do we want? Blast protection, fire protection. Oh, we'll put it on. Oh, it's going to be another 12, which I don't have. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to save those. There. We'll just put on the armor. Yeah. And I guess I'll put away all this stuff. If we can use stone bricks always later. I like to keep books in with wood, even though they're made of leather and papyrus, which is technically not wood, but I mean, in the modern world we use wood. Not sure where to put thatch. I haven't decided yet. I guess it's just junk, along with glass, jack-o'-lanterns, and everything else. Oh, so you're still here. Well, thank you for watching, and watch out for more great projects now that I'm going to be able to enchant things. And, well, good night, or good morning to you, wherever you are, if it's morning, or if it's night, or if you don't know. Bye-bye.